Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Line Ball All Stars versus the White Cliffs Pool League. In this mini series of 8 episodes, we will play 10 games of Line Ball with a best of 3 format, and then we will play a set of 10 international 8 ball pool games to see who the champion is. And we have Ultimate Pool commentator and player Luke Terry here with us to go over the series and commentate. Find out the rules in the description of the video, and I hope you enjoy the series.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, with part 5. Obviously, we've seen the Dover players have a go at line ball, and now we're going to see the line ball players have a go at pool. This is played to international 8-ball rules. Dover being 6-4 ahead. Eric had a bit of a disappointing start for Team Line Ball. Unfortunately, didn't really get going, but Dover are going to be first at the table here on Reds. Sam Lazarus having a bit of a look around the table here for Team Dover. Obviously, part of White Cliff's pool. A little bit loose with the white there. I think he just maybe wanted to play for the red towards the left middle, the far right middle pocket from your view. Oh, he's missed that red by a bit. Oh, where's this going? Wow, it's always handy to get a bit of a fluke, isn't it? Oh, Sam really was going to need it, but the issue now is going to be this red that's kind of closest to where his cue hand was, where the two yellows are. It's just in an awkward position to try and land on. Potentially goes into the bottom right, top right-hand corner. So I was making quick work of firing through these reds here. It's been about 30 seconds so far. But now he's going to stumble upon the issue. How do you land on that red? There's no easy way to do it. And this is a tough enough red into the corner anyway. So this is missable. And there you go. Now, if you're in Sam's position here, you've got yellows in all sorts of awkward positions, but you've got coverage on that 8 ball. So why not play safe? Why not just make things granite? And this is something to learn for new pool players coming along. Obviously, Eric's probably not got the most experience of playing pool before. That's a great plant, though. Well, I say that, maybe he's got tons of experience. Maybe I'm making it up as I go along. You never know, but that's a good effort there from Eric. He's covered that pocket, so he's closed something off here for Sam. So actually a lot of work for Sam to do here in this frame. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Luke Terry. I do commentary with Ultimate Pool. So I do have a pool background. That's a great shot from Sam. Cuts that red in, the white coming off the bottom cushion, just knocks his problem red out. So he's 1 pot away here, you feel. But that 1 pot might have been asking too much. Missing that red into the corner pocket. Gives Eric an opportunity. He's just got to make sure that he doesn't leave Sam the red. Just don't make it easy for your opponent. Knocking that yellow into middle pocket. It doesn't really do too much for him. He probably could have played a good snooker if he'd kept that there, but just this is going to be the shot now. He's got this yellow into the middle pocket. If he can hit it hard enough just to knock into that yellow next to the 8 ball. Oh, he's not seen it. That's just a bit of experience there for Eric. Obviously, if you see a problem ball, what you'll see the best in the world do, these Tom Cousins, Chris Mellings, they'll immediately try to knock them out. Because if you've got an angle on a ball to try and knock something out, you should do it. Just make the game as easy as possible for yourself. If you just knock in the obvious balls, then you're going to stumble upon problems at the finish line, and you really don't want to be doing that. And Sam's very quickly polished off the first game there. And the line ball founder, Max, is into bat against Sean here. And needs to somehow bring it back for his team here. Max does have a bit of past pool experience. So one of the more experienced players from Team Line Ball. Makes a ball off the break. It's not a bad break. It's not a bad split. And the reds aren't bad, Got the one over the middle pocket, but opening ball, he's got the one towards the bottom left-hand corner or the top left-hand corner on your view. If he can knock this in, he could immediately get some advantage, but he's just overhit this a little bit. The harder you hit a ball, the more likely you are, if you're not cueing fully straight, to put a little bit of what's called unwanted side on it. When that happens, it means when the white contacts the red, it doesn't go off in the same direction you'd expect it to. And for that reason, that's why Max has potentially missed that on the fixed side. Main thing to do if you're a new up and coming player is just learn how to kind of roll the balls in to start. If you can perfect that and just get that white ball and get the weighting, that's when you can start to learn to put side on it and, try and play a few more fancy positional shots. Let's see how things go from here. Max gone for reds again, not quite got there. That going slightly up the cushion might have just helped him actually, because he's not left Sean as easy an opening reds, but that one towards the middle might be easy enough. There you go. But played the cannon a little bit wildly, so has he just covered that pocket, or can he knock the red in past it? He can. And this is an opportunity actually for Sean to potentially get out from here if this red passes the yellow into that corner that he's looking at now. And all the other balls are hanging towards pockets. There you go. He's played a good shot there. Top that white through past the 8-ball. Oh, he's landed in an awkward angle here to try and land on his last red. Oh, how well has he played that? To finally get out from there, that's a great shot from Sean. Oh, but he's just rushed the reds. He should have been out from there, and he knows it. And he's actually put it slightly awkward, so opportunity for Max here. And that's a clever way to play it. Puts the yellow over the pocket. He's covered the red with the yellow, so yeah, Darren immediately in a world of trouble here. Is he going to come off with a bit of side? This would be a great shot if he hits it. It just gets too much on it. And in international 8-ball rules, there's no two shots. It's ball in hand. So you put the ball in hand, it's anywhere on the table. So if you've ever watched American pool before, it's very, very similar in that regard. So if Max misses from here, if he puts the white down and misses this yellow into the middle, then he hasn't got another shot afterwards. As you can see there, Max playing that one-handed shot. So a lot of people might be thinking that's a little bit weird. That's a little bit showboaty. That's actually what Max does. Max, kind of openly speaks about issues that he's got with his thumb, that sometimes he feels a bit more comfortable cueing one-handed. And actually, in a weird way, it can be more beneficial to start-up players in some degrees. I'm not recommending every player do it in their club, because otherwise I'll get it in the neck from a lot of club hosts. But playing one-handed, there you go, Darren having a go at it as well. Oh, wow, he nearly knocked that in. That would have been one hell of a shot. But playing one-handed sometimes just teaches you how to poke the cue through straight. So we were talking earlier about how Ardit just kind of pokes the cue when he plays shots. If you can do that one-handed, then it will naturally teach you how to cue straight two-handed as well, because it will just teach you to keep that cue straight. It's having to go for something a bit wild there, and he's got a huge fluke. I mean, he's still got all sorts of work to do here, but you see the little celebratory fist pump of the air there, Maybe he's still got a bit of life in this yet. Is Darren maybe showing him how to play safe? I mean, that's a great gesture from Darren there, if that's the case. Obviously, for all line ball players that are starting up, or anybody else that's starting up their pool career, there's so much to learn. And, I think the thing to take into account here is that line ball players obviously haven't played pool before. It's a great effort on the double. Don't have much pool experience, but they're giving it a good go here. And I think has Max got the snooker there? He has. Darren going back to that one-handed. Oh, he's potted the red. That's a great shot off the cushion. Has he snookered himself, or can he get through to it? He's down looking at it. Well, he's played a two-handed. He's played a one-handed escape off two cushions. Well, maybe everybody should start playing one-handed. Maybe that's the way to go. Max just misses there. Has he got a bit of coverage there with the yellow? I don't know. And Darren's back playing one-handed again. Just misses that 8-ball thick. That's the only thing you can do one-handed sometimes. If you naturally play two-handed, then sometimes you don't judge that as well, playing one-handed. But obviously, Max, with his bounds of experience, playing one-handed, will be a little bit more used to the kind of sighting of that shot. Very Mark Williams-esque, if anybody watches the snooker at all. Mark sometimes plays one-handed to get out of snookers. Feels like it gives him a kind of beneficial touch. Managed to somehow kind of earn his way back into this frame. Sean's got, you see Sean going back two-handed there. Just misses that double into the middle, but yeah. Sorry, Darren. Obviously playing that two-handed shot. Just you can see there's a bit more pressure on him now. Max doesn't want that yellow in and avoids it. He's got Darren snookered here, actually. It's an advantage. Max in the frame, it's got to be said. Not much. I mean, shouldn't mention it too much, but great break on the other table as well. Oh, that's a great effort at the double there. And Darren. Oh, and he's been so lucky where that 8 ball sat. That's the one place that makes it awkward for Max. So he can count himself a bit of a lucky boy there, can Darren. Oh, has Max played a good one here? Is he on that yellow? If he is, that's a great shot. Can he pot this yellow? Can he pot this yellow? Oh, he's just mixed it on the thick side. Great effort from Max there. Is Darren going to wrap up this frame now? He is, and it's going to be 8-4 to Dover. In the end, Darren just scrapes by him there, and it's going to see them 8-4 behind. Going into the next one here, Alex Elwood had a bit of a disappointing side in the line ball. Did manage to get a game on the board, so something to build on, but he's going to be taking on Stuart here. Stuart, a very attacking player in the line ball format, so I'm expecting a bit of the same here from the snooker, from the pool. My apologies. Getting ahead of myself. That's a great break. You see the way that the white kind of topspin through the pack. There's two ways to hit the break, ladies and gentlemen, and that's either hitting it with a lot of topspin and making sure that white goes through the pack in the way that Stuart kind of played it there, or almost stunning it. And what I mean by stun is hitting just below the center of the cue ball and just kind of powering into it. Because when you do that, you're applying backspin onto the white. When that then hits the pack or the front ball on the pack, that front ball then applies topspin into the rest of the ball. So you're kind of almost reversing the effects. There's physics involved, and it just splits the balls out really nicely each time. And if you ever go and watch Ultimate Pool, someone like Tom Cousins or Chris Melling is a great person to watch to see exactly how that break works. Just landed himself in a bit of trouble there on the res, so just made sure he hit them and got them out into the open. Maybe playing on a bit of experience there. Alex to come to the table, as you can see, playing with that looped bridge. It's a very American shot style of play. Don't often see it in English pool. Sometimes it's a bit of a comfort zone for players, but the best thing you can do is get your kind of hand flat. Get your hand flat, and then with your thumb and your finger next to it, kind of create a bit of a V using the knuckle of your thumb and then using the kind of bone of your finger. It helps you create almost like a bit of a ledge for the cues to sit in that just slides across. It makes it a bit easier to cue straight and be able to see where you're playing the next shot. See where Alex goes here. Doesn't want to leave this white in the bottom end of the table, really. Oh, that was a risky one. Stuart with a good opportunity here. I'd play the plant. He's not looked at it, but I would play the plant and just play it in slow. Oh, Stuart misses the red into the corner. He's knocked one of those reds slightly more awkward, so a little bit more leverage now for Alex in the frame. Obviously, one shot that maybe the players wouldn't see, obviously being newer, is that loss of turn shot. So you can, if Alex had the opportunity to, he can use one of his yellows if he hits it first to knock in a red, and it wouldn't be a foul. So having to swerve this a little bit. Actually, Stewart's being in a very comfortable position in this frame has actually given himself a little bit of work. So, opportunity now for Alex. Where's he going here? He doesn't want to start opening up the reds again. That's a great pot. He's nicely on the one in the middle pocket. Maybe if it was me, obviously playing with a bit more experience, I might have been tempted to hold that yellow where the yellow initially was. It's just missing there, but there's missed in a good position. There's a good place to miss and there's a bad place to miss. Just for those that are learning as well. Ideally, if you are going to miss in a position where you're not going to leave your opponent a pot. That's why a lot of players that maybe don't see the clearance, you'd see them place safe. It's all just about having that measure in the same way that line ball's kind of been played by both players. Stuart plays a good shot to get out of a snooker there to open up his balls. But very similar in the way people play line ball. You don't always have to go for the attacking shot. Sometimes it's just making sure that's most important. Same way that Ardit did in his opening match, played really well and did all the right things in that department. Is Stuart going to get out from here? He's played a good pot to there as he maybe left the red into the middle pocket. It's a tight one. To land on the 8 ball, he might even have to play up the line, which is obviously is the tougher pot, but it guarantees you position on the 8 ball. So he's having a bit of a look at it now. He's looking at the shot in the middle. The only thing is obviously not when he lands anywhere. Oh, he had to play it off the cushion. Well, he hasn't fluked it in the middle, has he? He hasn't fluked it. He hasn't. Now, I don't know. Alex immediately hasn't seen it, but he could pot that yellow off of the red into the middle pocket. Not the red further safe. Sometimes you can pot your own ball and put another opponent's ball safe. And once again, that just gives you a bit more leverage in that frame and you can attack it a little bit more. Yeah, he didn't see it. He just went direct for the pot. So that's just experience. But if you pot a couple of balls and get yourself down towards that 8 ball, you always give yourself a chance. But you'll find players with a bit more experience will try and avoid that. He's made the yellow, but potting that white ball, it's not going to do him any favours. Obviously, Stuart can put this absolutely anywhere on the table, so he can give himself a good position to either land on that 8 ball or try and knock it out. Both options are available. It looks like he's going to come off the bottom cushion and knock it out. He's gone for it. Oh, it's not bad. It's not great. He can pot it, but it's an awkward pot. He's got to cut this pin. This white ball will be flying. So can he make this in the middle pocket? Oh, it was close, but not to be. Can Alex get himself out here? Just make sure of this pot in the middle pocket, and you should come up the table. Oh, not quite, but he's knocked the 8 ball safe, so he's had a little bit of a result. And he actually landed perfectly on the yellow, ironically. Oh, that was a bit wild. Oh, he fluked it. He didn't mean that, but Stuart is going to do enough to see his team move 9-4 in front. And in the end, I think experience is just paying off at the moment for Whitecliffe's pool. But as you can see, it's a new experience for Line Ball All Stars, but they're actually doing really well to keep tabs with them here. So fair play to Line Ball All Stars, and we will be back with the next part.